something different from Aster.Aries on their last pick. I wanted to see something a bit more maneuverable, or if they wanted to play like Primal Beast from the off lane to get the priority in terms of levels and farm, but a bit sluggish. Like, sure, they have 3 beefy boys, and they all, like, their late game is super strong. Like, once Morphlin gets his items, so it's gonna need to be Primal Beast played by TK and also White Album. They need to make all the moves because Trade Protector's not that hero, and neither is Underlord. They're pretty same goes for Morphling. Like, all these heroes want to sit in the lane and just get the farm. On the other side, PSG.LGD, 2 supports, pretty standard, I would say, the way they've been drafting. We've seen a lot of Phoenix. We've seen a lot of Y playing Enchantress where he actually manages to scale. And you talked to me about Zeal. You said this is his best hero.
Yeah, it's one of his best heroes back when he was playing with eHome. I'm interested to see how he plays here. First game with LGD. Like, this is exciting. I'm ready to see what Zeal's got to bring to the table, and well, it feels like all comfort, right? Like Shiro, he's on the Faceless Void, nothing to say. He's on the Kunkka. Like, all these players feel like they're pretty set in comfort. That being said, White Album's the same way, right? Like, we've seen him dominate with this hero. Granted, was that Outsiders from China? Yes.
Yes.
But still, in the past, I've seen it be one of his best heroes overall.
Oh, what is that? What is that on the mid lane? Nothing to say. Meteor Hammer queued up.
Uh-oh. He's in it. He's in the Meteor Hammer patch. Like, this is all he wants.
We had a conversation yesterday with 33 after he won 2 games with Doom. Built Meteor Hammer 2 times, and he said, you know, you don't want to put yourself in a bad spot. It's like, it should not affect your gameplay, how you think about the game. So it's still a good stats, good region. Like, you should not force it to just Meteor Hammer the towers. Maybe he wants to Meteor Hammer the Dino.
Yeah, it could be that way. You know, you throw meteors on dinosaurs, they do tend to die. Usually go to extinction. So we'll see how he utilizes the hammer, or, well, if he does end up going for it. I feel like nothing to say. He's, like, secretly a memer in these games for LGD.
Sometimes it does feel like it.
Like, I wouldn't be too surprised. This also, by the way, this team, it's just like, you've got Shiro, you've got Planet, you've got Zeal, you have a lot of the old eHome. You had Y, who played for eHome at some point. Like, this is just...
It's basically eHome.
Yeah, it's basically just... I think nothing to say played for eHome as well. Yeah, everybody's played for eHome on this team, if I recall correctly. Somebody in chat's going to say I'm wrong, but I think I might... I don't know. I got about 98% confidence on that one. So, like, I've seen Planet destroy with this hero. I think when he was a rising star, everybody was like, his Rubik's out of control. But his Phoenix is pretty crazy as well.
Yeah. Phoenix is gonna, like, you're gonna get the value from it. Percentage-based damage against pretty much everything is gonna have a bunch of HP. Morphling when he's trying to use attribute shift. And the way they set up the lanes, they wanted to have a bit more, I'd say, presence here in terms of maybe getting a kill. Also to have Primal Beast against the Nature's Prophet. But he should be careful. DK using both abilities, trying to get away. Does have a healing salve and will pop it. Also looking at the top lane, good luck last hitting. You have Treant Protector with 100 damage, and then you have Underlord sitting with 80 at the moment. Only 8 from Atrophy Aura.
Yeah, not a lot at the moment, but yeah, it definitely feels like there's a lot of damage to just deny here. You got to find your way to push them out of the lane, or at least deter them from standing so close. And a typical Y build on this Enchantress, where he goes into the Impetus early. I feel like he always plays this hero really aggressively.
He does, and I like it. Certain matchups, you might want to opt to go for Nature's Attendants, but that Impetus damage, once it's maxed out to the pure damage, maybe he's also trying to get that because he feels the rest of the team doesn't deal as much damage. Because Phoenix and Faceless Void, in terms of damage at the early stages of the game, it's not a lot. Same goes for Nature's Prophet before he hits that level 6. Mid lane going really, really well. White Album completely dominating this matchup, not allowing Nothing to Say to get close. But I've seen this happen multiple times when someone's trying to go for Meteor Hammer, so you don't have bottle to refill things. And he's also very low on mana, needs another 50 mana to be able to use X-Mark to spot TP back combo.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough for him. You know, he really wants to get back and get full health, full mana. It's put nothing to say in a very odd spot where he is just not CSing, taking harassment pretty consistently from White Album on a hero we've talked about is one of his best heroes. So you're giving him an early advantage that, you know, nothing to say. I think a lot of people have confidence on him playing from behind if he has to do so. But when you're playing against somebody's best comfort hero, it's always a little bit worrisome. And you can see Red Panda just pushing Y away with those heavy-duty right clicks. 96 damage each time, but they have started a pinch. Looking for a thunderclap for a moment, but Red Panda's going to be able to retreat back towards the tower, not take much damage overall.
He actually is fighting against himself. Red Panda against Red Panda.
Yeah, both bears. That makes sense. Moving armor early there on a Shanxi, and this Underlord, like the panel talked about it, how tanky this draft is, how big these boys are. They're big buff boys. They're goosed up, and they're ready to take some shots and pretty much soak it up all. I mean, the really LGD doesn't feel like they're even cracking the shell of what Aster.Aries has in terms of tankiness.
No, they're not harassing them at all. Maybe Yulu is getting some harassment bottom. TK needs to play a bit of a different type of a game. This is pretty much Primal Beast 5 in the lane, where you will need to share a lot of tangos to your safe laner. But looking at the mid lane, big difference. Almost 1,000 gold lead for White Album.
I'm trying to think when the last time we saw Nothing to Say get beat this bad was.
TK with the TP rotation.
Yeah, they might be able to get a kill here on Nothing to Say. They've got charge on forward, and they'll get first blood. TK drawing that and getting the kill on Nothing to Say. His Fire Spirits aren't going to be enough to get the kill there on the Leshrac either, so now he's level 6, and it's already a 1,000 net worth lead here for Aster.Aries.
So far, so good. I mean, they drafted themselves, I'd say, a really nice, beefy lineup that PSG.LGD doesn't have much damage early on. He's going to land the stun.
Yeah, onslaught in. That means you're dead too. White Album off to the races here and top of the net worth by quite a margin. This is turning to be an issue. By the way, Zeal first item Ag. So they're looking for, you know, that upgraded Wrath of Nature where you've got the entanglement. I guess, you know, these are heroes that you really want to stop from moving. Primal Beast, Leshrac, like you don't want to let them run towards your team.
Yeah, you also have Root Mechanic against Morphling, something that he doesn't like. They have very limited amount of damage that they have. I think also Nothing to Say, the reason why he's trying to go for this Meteor Hammer is so they can actually kill the towers. Because other than that, they don't have much. Like Nature's Prophet, sure, he needs to TP in. But other than that, their tower damage is pretty limited. Maybe Y can pick up some cool creep, some troll.
Getting run down by TK and Ulu, so he'll sprout himself. TP attempt, but that's not going to be good enough. They came prepared. That was with the Quelling Blade from Ulu. So, you know, you start to taunt, you start to TP out, well, you're dead anyway. But I think it's auto-taunt when you TP at like lower than 5% health, right?
I think that's correct. Not a big... Not a taunt guy, yeah.
So, Shanxi. He's just taunting as we talk about taunting. Cutting some pizza.
Oh my god, he's also going for Vanguard on this Underlord.
He'll never take damage.
If he decides to get like Guardian Grease, Crimson Guard, there's not gonna be damage. Like it's just very ridiculous what they have in terms of damage reduction on their side. Double Fluffy Hat. This is very interesting build from White Album. I don't think I've seen this before.
Onslaught mid. Nothing to Say. Tries to get the ghost ship off, but it's just not in time. So he's gonna die another round.
Oh, no.
Denying the arcane.
That would be big.
Yeah, that could have been the mid tower. That would have been tough to deal with. Only level 1 of the Diabolic Edict. So not exactly pushing into the tier 1 tower too quickly. But for right now, Aster.Aries, they have put themselves in a really good spot. 2,000 net worth ahead. And you can see Zeal trying to do his best to push in with these Treants. They're bringing the Primal Beast down again, though. We've seen just the power of the Onslaught Trample that you really need to be careful with.
Nature's Prophet, definitely one of the worst matchups for him. Pre-BKB, where you're always going to have a hero that can easily get on top of you, stun you. stun lock you pretty much, and then buy time for someone else to come on and just finish the job. But I'm looking at White Album. This double fluffy hat, I think...
He's cold.
Yeah, one for him, one for the horse. One for the pony. It feels like he doesn't want to die buying 2 fluffy hats early on, because they know that there is limited amount of damage that PSG.LGD can do. So if he survives, and also, like, you buy all these components for Bloodstone, in the end, it's just one item. So you still have extra slots, and then you buy Boots of Travel most of the time. So it's going to take a lot of time to fill his inventory.
Yeah, so having those extra fluffy hats a nice 250 health. Nothing to say. Coming up towards top, they've got the Torrent that will
Hammer
land,
him.
and now the Meteor Hammer dropped down onto the Underlord, so Shanxi trying to run. And finally, LGD, 10 minutes into the game, will get themselves on the board. Took them a while. But here they are, and they finally show up. Nothing to say, making a rotation and helping to get a kill.
In terms of scaling, I think you can afford to get this Meteor Hammer on Kunkka, because you have Nature's Prophet from the off lane, which we've seen scale time and time again. You get Maelstrom, you get a BKB, Gleipnir, and then like your 4th, your 5th item are gonna have a lot of impact. Planet will be able to get out of the trouble here.
Gets 2 D wards. It's a lot of gold going the way of this Phoenix, and he's going into the Spear Vessel. He's already got that urn. He's in a solid spot in terms of gold. He's only 1,200 gold behind Shiro. I guess that says more about where Shiro's at.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He's the lowest net worth core. He was also playing into Treant plus Underlord. Kind of difficult to last hit against all these heroes. Now getting close. Mask of Madness about to be finished, and you can see that he didn't even plan to kill them in the lane, has 4 points in Time Walk, understands that there's just not enough damage. So PSG.LGD, they are playing for more of a mid-late game oriented timing. Their heroes, they just need extra 15, 20 minutes to feel the real power of it.
And I'll be honest, I looking at these lineups, I didn't exactly think LGD were going to be the first ones to get a tower. Torrent lands into the Meteor Hammer. That'll drop down onto the Underlord once again. Puts him down to about half health with those Fire Spirits burning. So, let's see. They did put some pressure on the top tier 1. And they are looking to finish it off with the Meteor Hammer. I would expect Aster.Aries to get the first tower with the fact that they've got Diabolic Edict to level 3, but they haven't really put the push on despite the fact that the lanes went perfectly for them. And, well, now they've caught themselves the Primal Beast. The Meteor Hammer lands on him as well as the tower. They've also got the Supernova used. White Album, they're trying to draw him closer to the egg, but he's gone
He got
far
stunned.
enough away. That was right on the edge. Ghost Ship comes in. White Album, he's going to die. The pick goes down, but they just don't have the damage within the Firestorm. Shiro, time walking forward, looking over at Red Panda. They just need one bash. Instead, they'll get an Impetus to get the kill onto the Treant Protector.
Those fluffy hats not keeping him alive. This is the problem, like we talked about with their lineup. They're really strong, but they're very slow at making stuff happen. It needs to be Leshrac playing with the Primal Beast, and these were the only 2 heroes that kind of showed up there.
The damage coming in from the Phoenix.
Leshrac 2,000 damage, but still not enough to finish them off. And this was the first usage of Supernova, which did clip him. I think he was like right in the range of it.
Right on the edge of it. I thought he was walking wisely north enough, but I guess on the river it just was not going to be far enough away. So not only did they take the mid-tier 1 because they hit that Meteor Hammer onto both the Primal Beast, I want to say, and the mid-tier 1, they're going to get a bottom tier 1 too. Like, I've expected Aster.Aries' push to be a little bit more aggressive, but instead I feel like they've been a bit more conservative in some of these fights. And they are going to lose the tier 1 bot. They'll end up trading for the top tier 1.
These are really good trades for PSG.LGD. They want to get as much gold as they can because their lineup is a bit slow also. Aghanim Scepter about to be completed on Zeal in 500 gold. So that's going to be another big timing, and then he can play with Kunkka. X marks the spot into Meteor Hammer, big ulti from Nature's Prophet. Planet, as you said, so far he's had a really good time. He's level 8.
Yeah, he's so far up. It is kind of insane how well he's doing at the moment. And like I said, he's going for the Spirit Vessel. Still about 650 gold away from that. And then when the time comes, he'll be using that on these heroes. Maybe even the Morphling if they fight him. Ooh, just trying to hide out in the jungle and farm, though, for the moment. He's got Falcon Blade Yasha.
He's the most farm hero in the game, but Morphling is super sluggish when it comes.
They found White Album again.
Oh, no.
Axe into the Ghost Ship with the Meteor Hammer and the Torrent combo. Onslaught's not in time. Impetus shots are in. And Nothing to Say is going to get credit for the kill on a White Album. That is 2 deaths pretty back-to-back, and that's going to slow down his game immensely.
Every single time they kill him, they're slowing down not just him, but the rest of the team as well.
Interesting build from Nothing to Say again. Look at this. He's going into the tidal wave.
Wants to be able to split up the fight, create as much chaos as possible for them to, like... It's also very good tool, I would say, to defend the egg with, because they don't really have much other than Faceless Void Chrono, which is, you know, always going to be super potent. It does allow you to dive and use egg aggressively. They also don't have the heroes to kill the egg with, so that's why Planet is having such a good time.
And the stun with the waveform, they'll quickly kill Shiro, who's just been maybe a little bit too confident coming here and staying bottom.
To finish off my point, they do have Morphling, but I don't think Morphling is just going to sit inside middle of a fight and kill Supernova.
Yeah, I feel like that's not using him to his full potential if you're doing that. So 11 seconds left on Wrath of Nature coming back up. They've got that Axe going into the Maelstrom. Both him and Shiro going for Maelstrom. See if they could split the map equivalently or equally so they can get some farm together. Right now it's Zeal at the top. Shiro's going to need to recover more so. But I think LGD, like, they're in an okay spot. It's just, I think they're in this spot because more so Aster.Aries kind of letting them come back, right?
There's 2 deaths on White Album, making a lot of difference. I want to see Guardian Greaves picked up on Underlord. Lyrical talked about the Fiend's Gate, like the importance of it, because they don't really have the tools to maneuver around the map, so using Fiend's Gate to be like, bring those sluggish heroes somewhere where they need to be is going to be a really big tool. White Album has this Bloodstone finished. Morphling going into BKB next. That's an interesting build.
So, yeah, Falcon Blade, Yasha, BKB. Axe on TK. Have Planet and Y following this up with Shiro. Meteor Hammer, meaning, well, TK doesn't have a place to go. Sunray looking for Red Panda. Trying to catch this Treant out, but they're not going to chase.
Planet so far having a perfect game. Spirit Vessel, now 3 points in Sunray. When they're full HP, these heroes are going to melt with Sunray and also Spirit Vessel. Spirit Vessel, not an item we see a lot, but it's a really good game for it against Bloodstone, against Morphling, and all these other 3 beefy heroes as well. Now they're going to start to bomb the tower with the Meteor.
Yeah, this is a tough defense if they want to make it. Like, Chrono hasn't been used yet. Going into this fight is going to be really difficult, especially when you're looking for the right positioning. Yeah, Red Panda did find out that they had a ward there, Tidal Wave to pull him into the lane. They'll get the kill there out of the Treant. He knew that based on he moved back over and they kind of retreated to go after him for a split second. Knew the ward was there, but he ended up giving up his life for that D ward, or an attempt at a D ward.
This tower is going down. One more Meteor Hammer in 15 seconds, and they're going to kill it. Now they know that there is no Treant Protector for another 10, so it could potentially put them in a difficult spot. They place Observer Ward right in front of their tower to see someone...
Malice, Onslaught, and now they've got the Pulverize. Nothing to say, just standing out by himself. Supernova on the high ground, and with the Wrath of Nature, they're rooted up. This means Supernova's going to go off. They've got the Chrono on a 3.
Combo.
They'll get the kill on a TK. They'll look over at White Album. That's a second kill onto the Shrek. They've got the Sunray right on top of Shanxi, so the Underlord can't do anything. But Ulu versus Shiro on the back lines, and it doesn't look like Shiro's going to win that fight. Ulu just manning up and going for this carry and getting the kill. Needs to back off with the Spirit Vessel on him. YM Planet, well, they'll be hit by that overgrowth, but Red Panda,
he's very dead
he
here.
Needs to be careful because Zeal's looking for a TP position back into the fight. 4 heroes die on the side of Aster.Aries, but at the end of the day, you do lose your carry, and Ulu's the one who gets credit for the kill into the Faceless Void. Not exactly what you want from LGD. And they
You
also started
lose
that with
everybody, and Planet, again, Now he's going to be level 12. 4,000 damage dealt by him in the previous fight. That one big Sunray plus Supernova on the high ground positions themselves nicely, and they have no vision whatsoever. Leshrac can't kill it, and they put themselves in a really bad spot. Shiro comes in, lands a 3-man chrono. Some beautifully executed combo from PSG.LGD. They did lose Kunkka in the end, but I don't think Nothing to Say cares too much about it. Like, this observer ward that was placed was really good one to scout things out, see what's gonna happen, but then Nature's Prophet ulti hits.
Yeah, Chrono right on the edge. Zeal, probably unfortunate for him that he TPs into the Chrono. So just tries to stand his ground. You can see, ooh, just right for the backlines. Go for Shiro. It's a way to kind of like salvage this fight, but it doesn't exactly go that well with them losing 4, right?
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, this is a big W for PSG.LGD. With the next combo, they could potentially threaten Roshan after getting a pick off. DK.
Looking for the X. They've got the Torrent, that will land. Tidal Wave, and TK goes into the Pulverize. Spirit Vessel on him, so he's still ticking down, and Y will get another kill.
Both supports on PSG.LGD doing so much work. Yeah, could we see hero damage done overall?
I want to gotta be high for both of them.
It's gotta be definitely up there. 12,000. Yeah.
Sheesh.
And Y 9 points.
What? Wait, what cores? This is insane.
They are the cores in this game.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. That's awesome.
You would expect maybe Nature's Prophet to have a bit more damage, but he's been, you know, farming, didn't harass in the lane too much. And now Underlord, they disassembled that Vanguard, decided to go for Hood.
X. With the turret, Pit is there. They'll pull him back into the Ghost Ship and have the Meteor Hammer. So everything landing in the combo. They're still a little bit tanky, but they've got the Tidal Wave to pull him back in the Spirit Vessel. Onslaught into the fight. Pulverize onto Zeal. The damage is just not enough, even with the trample, but White Album's off to the side. They've got the X. They'll have the Supernova. Burning him with that Sunray. Yule's up into the air, but now with the Tidal Wave, the explosion from the Supernova and the right-click damage from Why You Smile will make you frown.
Tidal Wave pushes him back closer to Supernova. But Phoenix is just that. Yeah, every single fight, Planet does have the most damage on the team. Level 13 Phoenix, he's same level as Kunkka.
Bottom tier 2 goes down, outpost available. And 4 charges on the vessel. Shiva's next. Picked up that shard after that bottom fight. Planet is super duper farmed. And so is Why You Smile. He's going into the Hurricane Pike.
Of course he is. He wants to keep the damage.
I know, but like...
He wants to be... like, it's probably... You know, they are having a good laugh about it, where it's like, oh, let's see who can deal more damage. R4 or 5. And he also found a Grobo as well.
Oh my god.
They have everything up except Supernova, so let's see. Also, there's a double damage, so they could potentially just go in and try to make something else happen.
This spiraled out of control. They have a 6,000 net worth lead. Double damage? They won't fight. They smoked, but... Fighting into a double damage, nothing to say. Kunkka wouldn't be advised. Onslaught, though, on where he X's himself back. Maybe I spoke too soon. Ill-advised, but victorious all the way. That was perfect. Well done by Aster.Aries. I saw double damage, and my low MMR said, don't fight.
Yeah, never fight into double damage. Not allowed. Illegal move.
Don't fight into that. Instead, they pit him Alice. Knew where he X'd back and had the Onslaught ready to go. That was well done. 2-0-11 for the Phoenix. 7-1-5 for Why You Smile. They're going into Roche.
Oh, I think this is a big mistake. It's
a gamble.
Yeah, it really is. BKB is about to be finished on Shiro, and let's see. They do see them with this Enchantress's creep. It's going down relatively fast, but I think they take this fight.
It's It's looking a little bit slow. They've got the treants coming over. They need the vision. Icarus dive, Sunray with the supernova.
Oh, he got Yules.
Yules up in the air. They get the egg. They kill it off. They go to the chrono. They're going to look for the underlord. They've got the damage to get themselves at least one. Shiro finally gets it, but now he's focusing on a Roche. They get the kill on a White Apple, but the Aegis is snatched by Ulu. Shiro, he got the kill on a Roche, but he couldn't secure the Aegis. And now Ulu, like he did in the previous fights, he's looking to go 1v5. He turns into the Faceless Void, he time walks over to the side, he's got no team anymore, so he's got 2 lives to work with, but it looks like they'll both be used as the side of LGD is trying to catch up to him. The time walks are really helping him out, but now he's not got a lot of mana to work with. The Primal Beast brought back into the fight, TK trying to help out, Onslaught, Trample, on 3 heroes, Ulu surviving because of the sacrifice that this Primal Beast has made.
Still, I'd say like this Roshan attempt was a huge mistake, as I call it. It's just looked very difficult fighting into this overwhelming team fight from PSG.LGD. Faceless Void, 5,000 damage dealt by him. And this was a cute little play there from White Album using Yule Scepter, and then they focused down the egg. They knew exactly what's going to come out. This defensive Chronosphere to protect the egg. Next time, Shiro might need to pop a BKB immediately. Just to make sure that the supernova goes off. And yeah, Ulu turning into Faceless Void, gets in with the time walk, steals Aegis, so that was pretty neat.
That was really cool, and then they get the kill on a TK there, and it's just Ulu against the world once again. Red Panda can't really do anything but kind of spectate the fight.
White Album dies. In most of these fights, he just straight up dies. He's getting focused. Does have this defensive item like Yules, which was used aggressively in the previous fight. But Sunray, Supernova damage, Spirit Vessel on top of him. Kunkka, he still can't protect himself. And nothing to say. He is going for the Water Park build, which I really like.
Yeah. Slides, and water everywhere. It's the Water Park build. Welcome to Kunkka's Waterland. At least, it's the Kunkka Thermi Waterland. 11k lead, though, for LGD. Doubling the kill score of Aster.Aries. And Zeal now sitting top of the net worth. Has that 30% Torrent knock-up stun duration at level 15 as well. And that 9-second BKB ready to be used in the next fight. Shiro's also caught up. He's sitting at the top with this Nature's Prophet, too.
Shiro's very tanky. He opted to go for stats build instead of putting more points in time dilation. Does have Pupil's Gift as well, so extra 300 HP coming up from that. Going into Linkets here next. I guess he does not want to get replicated by Morph.
Meteor Hammer and the Invictus shots.
Why
So
godlike?
Yeah,
going into BKB. This type of lineup is going to scale so well into the late game.
When was the last time a support went beyond godlike?
This is also 25 minutes into the game. He's not touched because he does have really strong frontline. All 3 cores from all 5 cores, let's call it, from PSG.LGD. Very tanky.
Oh, 5 cores. Well, you know why he's going for a BKB, but as a support, he should know why. Why get a BKB? Just more damage. That's what I want.
He's about to get more damage with that level 15 talent. About to correct level 14. He knows. He knows exactly where they are. Does have a BKB.
Onslaught coming through. There's the tidal wave pushing them away. Why is the one on the front lines? You don't exactly want him there, but Shiro over the side ready with a chrono. X on a TK. Spirit Vessel runs out. Impetus Shot does some damage. Now they go to the Adaptive Strike. They look over at who's going to turn into the Faceless Void once again. Time Walk, Waveform out. And now they're starting to retreat, but they've got the tidal wave on a Red Panda who throws out the Overgrowth. That's going to land on 2 of these heroes. The BKB's going to be caught by
that's
Zeal.
an early BKB.
Now they're looking over at with the Spirit Vessel ticking him down, but not ticking him out. Chrono on a 2, right-click Xin. Going to try and take out that Aegis as well as the life of this Underlord. They get the kill on a Shang-Chi, and now they'll wait for him to respawn. Sunray on top of Ulu. Nothing to say, not dealing with a lot of health and mana. He'll pop the BKB with the Onslaught in from TK. BKB's been popped by Ulu. They go to the Pulverize. That's going to be on the Phoenix Planet. Icarus dive away. They get the kill on a TK. They'll take out the Primal Beast.
Bashes.
And now White Album bashed to death. Shiro's got himself a killing spree while You Smile breaks beyond godlike. And the side of LGD don't lose any heroes.
PSG.LGD, even with the recent changes like Tour 1, Tour 2 with the players, they still look like the same team in terms of team fighting. A bit of an early BKB coming out from Zeal, but other than that, I mean, it also comes down to Aster.Aries not having a real counterplay to Chronosphere. They can maybe try to use Overgrowth, but with no Blink Dagger on Red Panda, things are looking very difficult. 15k gold lead now for PSG.LGD. Every single time Chrono plus Supernova is up, and two supports still dealing the most damage on their side.
Yeah, and now. Man, that is a lot more, too. 21.7k there for Planet, who is 2-1 and 19. All those support assists.
He's involved in 21 out of 23 kills as Phoenix.
Yeah, same with the Enchantress. 21 of 23. Can you do something for me? Nothing to say. Looking for that water park build, like you said, and he's just 1,700 gold away from it. Meanwhile, Shiro, he has found some space to farm. Lincoln's is the defensive item build.
He knows that eventually Morphling will want to get Aghanim Scepter, so does not want to get his stats stolen.
And Zeal, also he's going into the Silver Edge, just looking at his items. They both went into that Maelstrom, but Zeal, top of the net worth by just a smidge. And, well, he's been doing some good damage in these fights. Not as much as his supports, though. How do you come back in if you're Aster.Aries? Like, White Album, I feel like he's been a non-factor since the laning phase, and it's all on Ulu, right?
Pretty much, but also he has so many defensive items. This is BKB Manta style, and he also did pick up Shard for himself. I guess he wants to be able to shift during the Chrono so that he doesn't die, but again, you're playing into Sunray, you're playing into Spirit Vessel. Maybe if you get that for free from Roshan, other than that, it just feels like you're investing into defensive tool, and I feel like they need more damage.
Right.
DK had a really good start. Some of his early rotations were really on point for the First Blood, then also landing multiple Onslaught into Trample. But other than that, like, his game really did slow down. He is trying to get a BKB. Things are going to get much easier once he picks that up, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, so falling a little bit short of the goal line here for Aster.Aries, while LGD just go the other way. They don't exactly have to fight at the moment. Roche potentially up in 45 seconds. And while that time's being used, Zeal's going into the Silver Edge, like I said before. It's just 500 gold away. Why you smile? Doing a lot of damage with those impetus shots and gets another kill. So now he's 12-1 and 10 on this Enchantress. My MVP for sure, if the game ended right now.
I'd say Planet. Like, Planet has made the moves. Like,
Can we do both supports?
yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
We can even pick a third one. Shiva's Guard now done. So you have Spirit Vessel, Shiva's Guard. Eventually, Faceless Void will get Scotty. So healing is not going to be an issue anymore. Morphling, Living Armor, Leshrac, Bloodstone. Things are going to get much more difficult. Aster.Aries, they need to do something. Next Roshan in 15 seconds. Let's see if they can find Zeal here, but he does have a BKB plus Shadow Blade.
Zeal throws out that Wrath of Nature, goes after Red Panda, Sunray. Just got to pad those damage stats here for Planet.
White Album is like, yeah, let's kill him. Red Panda goes in, White Album runs back. Classic move.
Classic bait from a core. Seen it all too often.
They still do have tier 1 tower there bottom, so kind of difficult kill to get.
Roche is up if they want to back off towards that. Don't necessarily need to. Ooh, getting pulled back thanks to the tidal wave. And Kunkka does have that ag, so Torrent Storm. The water park is open.
So many abilities. 6 abilities on Kunkka.
So many buttons. Zeal stunned up, time walk, time dilation, and the Chrono committed on a White Album. They really just don't want him to have fun in this game. And they will get a kill onto the Shrek with ease. But that is Chrono down with Roche up. So we'll see how willing Aster.Aries are looking to, be going into this fight.
Maybe Fleshtrack didn't show his item because he just brought Kaya Sanj, and they know that he can't have that much gold. So they land the Chrono. It's only a Chrono on one person, which does allow them to go inside the Roche pit, take the Aegis, take the Shard. Shiro will pick up both of those. We'll have reverse time walk and also hold the Aegis for 5 minutes. He did go for Scotty in the end before Lincoln Sphere, because he still doesn't see Morphling's Aghanim Scepter. I mean, Morphling did show the components, but he's like, I don't care. I just need to have a bit more sustain. I want to be able to get multiple time walks off, and of course, the importance of Scotty against range heroes, slow them down by 50%, reduce the healing. This item just keeps getting buffed.
Well, it's picked up every game. I don't understand it. I feel like it could have used the nerf. Ooh, why you smile? A spot Ooh, who will waveform and TP out, but that is stopped. And now Impetus doing its thing. Ooh, he needs to be careful. The attention's on a red panda. Maybe not the guy you want to be putting the attention on. While Ooh's right there getting whacked up by the rest of your team. They've got the tidal wave, and Ooh, well, he's standing still. I think he knows he's dead to rights, and Why You Smile's going to take out the carry of the side of Aster.Aries.
And again, 3.5k damage dealt by Enchantress, pure damage. And just give him, where was, I saw them having better neutral item, because it was Nature's Prophet holding it. Give me a sec. Yeah, Enchanted Quiver is available.
Yeah, should take that. Still holding the Grove Bow, though. Wants the attack speed and the attack. Meteor Hammer onto the tier 3 bottom. Looks like this will be the first look at a high ground siege. X, Torrent, Icarus dive across, and the Sunray right on top of the Underlord, so it will be Planet who gets this kill. It's all support kills for the side of LGD, and they're going to be forced to buy back into the game. Time walk in, time walk out. A little hokey pokey.
They can't fight. They just don't have the damage. They have one attempt, and that's it. Shang-Chi forced to buy back.
Yeah, not great.
We really haven't felt the influence of this Underlord. Shiro now dropping low.
All right. Was the Aegis usage a bait? Can he get these heroes to commit on him while maybe getting a Chrono off? Supernova, as he's going to be using that Chrono. There it is, and Leshrax's kind of just floating in mid-time in air. They get the kill on a White Album. They'll look over at Ooh, who popped the Manta. He's going to time walk forward, but Zeal got the kill on a TK who bought back. And, well, now they're still trying to get the control here to get the kill. The Overgrowth comes in under the 3 of these heroes, and they might end up losing Shiro. That would never happen to the Planet and Why You Smile support duo. As the wave form away and the time walk out, this Morphling just survives, but another Impetus shot from Why You Smile to get the kill there on a Shang-Chi, as he is still beyond godlike. I'm surprised the only one they lose there, though, is Shiro getting a little bit too overzealous with himself.
Shiro is like, I have other carries on my team.
Everybody else?
Anybody can carry this game, so I can afford to make a mistake like that. Yeah, not the perfect usage of Aegis. Why You Smile, position 5, is the one who's sieging the tower, who is actually killing the barracks right now. Rest of the team is sitting behind him.
Man, that is quite the scene, as they are going to go for this Primal Beast. Look at the Impetus shots coming in. TK trying to run while Ooh, well, pops the Torrent Storm, and that's it for now. They just retreat.
Couple of buybacks to use there on Aster.Aries to keep them in the game. Primal Beast, Underlord as well.
Holding on.
Holding on,
By
but
a thread.
Yeah, it's looking very, very difficult. If Shiro doesn't make this kind of a mistake next fight, then he's also now going into Aghanim Scepter. Not Aghanim, sorry, Lincoln Sphere. So his stats is not going to be stolen. They also don't have the best tools to proc the Lincolns with.
Yeah. Not... What do they have here? Leech Seed.
Phoenix also got level 20, so extra Supernova stun duration, going into Refresher next.
Yeah, double Supernova is not going to be something you really want to deal with. It would be crazy if he gets himself to level 25, but if the game's gone that long, I worry for LGD just a little bit. Meanwhile, Enchantress hoping to get to that level 20. Might even just get that plus 65 untouchable attack slow. Just secure the one death game. Make sure he never dies. Although he's so confident. Look at where he's by himself. Going AC on Enchantress.
Nah, this has to be Moonshard.
I hope so. I really do. So Silver Edge used while Zeal is going to search. And the smoke is broken on Shang-Chi, so
Hex.
he's got the Sprout. He'll have the leash, but won't do anything more. Okay.
Did not want to fully commit there. Rest of the team is smoked up. Shiro with that ninja gear.
Onslaught out, time walk in, time walk out with the time dilation. A lot of time. And look at that. Why You Smile getting 500 more gold thanks to the dewarding efforts of Planet.
Buy a gem. Let the others work for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that kind of feels like you just get free money. Just got to invest the gold for gem, and all of a sudden everybody else is getting you gold.
Nothing to say. Finished off Refresher. So, yeah, these fights are going to get so chaotic. You have
2 Torn Storms.
Phoenix, you have 2 tidal waves, and you have Ghost Ship. He's level 20. Like, once he gets to level 25, the Ghost Ship fleet to refresh that as well.
Man. There's going to be so much going on. It's going to be hard to follow. White Album only level 20, gets the Pulse Nova damage. And they have the level 25 there for the Faceless Void. He's the first one to crack the 25, and he goes to the backtrack, no surprise. And you've got Nature's Prophet right behind him at 24, so Zeal will hit that 25 eventually, and we'll probably take that removed teleportation cooldown.
Still not going for this one last push. There is double damage available top. Let's see if Why You Smile decides to pick it up himself.
I mean, that's the rune he needs.
No, he's going to give it to Shiro.
I guess still the 5 position at the end of the day. Not allowed to have runes. That wouldn't exactly go to Dota code.
They give you Illusion Rune to scout things out. That's about it.
Zeal. BKB well timed. TP's out, but he's rooted. So he's going to try and root them up the Wrath of Nature, and, well, Zeal's still going to die to Uwu. Shiro coming in with a double damage if they can catch anybody here. Uwu standing his ground. Shiro thinking about Chrono, but Uwu wasn't exactly there. Lincolns ends up getting popped. Aeon Disc as well. They've got the Spirit Vessel, the Sunray right on top of the Underlord. The Torrent lands with the right-click damage coming out from Why You Smile. They'll get themselves the kill on Shang-Chi. First hit bash on a Red Panda. He'll get killed off by Why You Smile with the Impetus shot and buyback immediately. Ooh, wait for him in with the Adaptive Strike. Torrent Storm bouncing around, but the BKB is there for Uwu. They've got the Pulverize on a Why You Smile, but he still never dies. He's still smiling. Why You Smile is going to help Shiro get the kill on a TK. They've got the Tidal Wave as well as the X and the Torrent landing onto the Morphling with the right-click damage coming in from Why You Smile, and he'll kill your carry again. They'll call GG. LGD will take game number 1 over Aster.Aries. And, well, it's the 4 and 5 position that carry this game from start to finish, in my opinion.
In the last fight.